to Nugget Night too!
Yay!
We have, because there are so many vegan nuggets on the market, we have 4 new brands of nuggets that we have never tried before. So, we have a lot of hype about these. The Gardien Ultimate Chicken Nuggets.
And Gardien's been pretty good in the past, so I expect good things from them.
Yep, and these, the breading is really thick.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there was a lot of hype about these. Those would be good. And these were by request. Simple Truth. Simple Truth Crispy Tenders. And that's the nice thing about having a small channel. You can make requests and we will see them and try them out.
And give you the skinny, because the thing about Simple Truth is they're Kroger's, they're a private label organic brand, so you get the high quality without the price.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping for good things from them, and oftentimes they go to regular manufacturers and say, hey, make this stuff for us, and they do it under a private label. The company, when I worked for the bakery, we did that a lot. We had a lot of private label business, and so you'd think, oh, well, the Kroger brand's cheaper. As I know, oftentimes they're going to the big manufacturers and saying, hey, we want a private label.
Oh, this is a product of Canada.
Yeah.
And it seems like you get a lot in here. I don't know. The bag is good.
So next is the Alpha Nugget.
Also by request. Doing those. I've tried a few things by Alpha before and they're pretty good. So okay. I have high expectations.
And then this one's really cool for us because this brand is a local brand to Seattle, the Seattle area. Mm-hmm. Janice tells me that it was a ex-Boeing employee.
Yes, a Boeing engineer.
Okay, yeah. That started up this company. We'll just
I think, I believe these are right now only available in the Seattle area, and they're working on scaling up and expanding. I've seen...
it takes time to get into a lot of different store groups.
It does.
And the fact that you can find these at Safeway, even just in the Northwest region, is a really big deal. So. Yeah. We're excited to try these, and hopefully maybe we'll get to meet this person someday.
That would be really cool. Yeah. We are going to pop them in the oven, and we'll be right back. Thankfully, 3 of them cook at 425 today, unlike last time, where we were all over the place.
Yeah, that was hard.
And then these cook at 450, but I think it's because they're a little thicker.
That's right.
Maybe that's why.
We don't want cold, soggy nuggets. So.
No. So, yeah, we're going to do these first, and then we'll come back and try these. We learned that last time.
Yes.
Not to wait.
Yeah, don't wait.
We're going to try them when they're hot. Okay. We have taken 3 of these out of the oven. We have Rebellyous.
They don't stay where they're
Alpha.
meant to be.
And the Simple Truth. And they all look really good. They all look like nuggets. They're all convincing, right?
They're all convincing. Very convincing.
You would never know.
I want to try this one first. This is Rebellyous. This one smelled the best. I can smell seasoning in it. And that's why I want to try it. So I'm going to try it just plain, and then probably with some ketchup.
I like the texture of the breading a lot.
Mm-hmm. It sure looks like chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And feels like I'm eating a chicken nugget. I feel like there's good salt level.
Yeah.
Is it too much?
No, not for me.
Okay, because she's the one who's more sensitive to that.
Mm-hmm. We don't eat a ton of salt.
I'm gonna try some
ketchup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is pretty balanced. It has flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not too salty, because that's my main concern, is they're like, oh, we're just going to dump a ton of salt in here.
Yeah. No, I think these are great.
Okay. Yeah. And they're nice. They're nice size, too.
Mm-hmm.
Good for little hands, too. Okay, what's next?
Okay. Try these. Alpha?
Alphas. Okay. They don't smell as good as the other ones. And they're definitely thicker.
Yes.
Thick.
They're little thick boys.
They have a good bite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do like the size. I like the texture of the other ones a little more, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, but the breading on this one's really light.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not as much seasoning on this one. I don't get as much flavor as I do with the Rebellyous ones.
Mm-hmm.
Now for a little ketchup.
They're not bad. They're not bad at all.
I'm just shocked by how much they look like chicken.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think of processed chicken versus, you know, a vegetable protein,
Right.
they're not really that much different the way they look. And honestly, in texture, they're not too far apart in how they taste.
Mm.
So I'd say that one's solid,
Mm-hmm.
but not as flavorful as
Yeah.
I want it to be. But then again, there's some people who have really simple taste.
Yeah.
And don't like things to be too spicy or too anything.
Right.
And so that one's really good.
Mm-hmm.
For people who don't want too much.
Right. And again, like you said, the breading has a really nice crunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice and crispy, and it
Although
tastes
I like the graininess of the Rebellyous nuggets too.
Yes, I do too.
So, just because that's how I like my cornbread.
Is it cornbread?
No, this is not cornbread.
Like,
no.
Corn. No, but I mean.
But it reminds
cornmeal?
me. Yeah. No, this is not cornmeal. I don't think so. But I like the thicker, the little chunks.
Yeah, this one's got, you know, it's got flex in it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you can see that, the pepper. I like that. So next is long and skinny.
Mm-hmm. Simple Truth.
Yep, organic. If this one works out, I'll be really excited because Simple Truth is organic without the price.
Mm.
Mm. No, that's good. I don't know if I taste a little, like, do you taste onion?
Mm. I think that's
There's
what it
some
is.
onion powder in here.
Mhm.
That's good.
I think, yeah, if you're really sensitive to onion, I think Christian would notice this and probably wouldn't like this one as well.
Mm-hmm.
But if you like onion, not a problem. It's really good. But it's very noticeable comparing to the other two
Mm-hmm.
that this one has an onion flavor.
I like that, though.
The breading is really good, really crunchy.
Mm-hmm. This one could be a high contender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this, well, we still have to try the fourth one, too.
Right.
But, yeah, no, the Simple Truth is good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has potential to be one of my favorites.
I would eat any of these on a given day, though.
I'm kind of leaning towards the Simple Truth and the Rebellyous ones. The Alpha's okay, but
Mhm.
I want something to have flavor. I'm a little bit more, I have a spicy palate, so I enjoy lots of spices and different flavors and smells, and so
You're a spicy lady.
I'm a spicy lady. But yeah, the Alpha's solid. It's just not that extra little umami that I'm asking for,
Mhm.
which is umami in a chicken nugget. But there you go. Umami can be
Not
anywhere.
everybody wants umami in a chicken nugget, okay? These are the Gardien Ultimate Nuggets, and they're a little bit smaller than I thought they would be. So yeah, they're a little bit smaller than I thought they would be, but if I had looked at the package closely, they look like this on the package.
Kind of like
so
little chicken tater tots.
yeah,
Kind of like cute little
They
bite-sized
have-
things.
yeah, a ton of breading.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's supposed to be the like super thick, like
Yeah, the ultimate.
the ultimate breading. They're definitely chewier.
Definitely taste the salt with these.
Yeah. Yeah. But not much else.
Yeah.
They're definitely chewier than the others. You notice that?
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm not sure I like the thickness. Like this. I mean, it's a nugget, but it is thick.
Yeah. I don't like the chunkiness. They're almost too meaty
Yeah.
in proportion to the bread.
Yeah, almost. Not necessarily bad,
Mm-mm.
just not as good as the others.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're not bad, but for the hype, I don't know. I mean, compared with other nuggets on the market, I think I like some of the others better.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm happy they're here, and they're not horrible. Nothing we've had is horrible.
Right.
This is the same problem that we had last time, where nothing was really bad.
No, nothing was really bad, so
And-
it's just levels of good.
Yes.
And some are still more superior, but it doesn't mean the other ones are necessarily completely inferior.
Right.
But judging on if I'd go back and buy them again, there definitely is like...
Well, so, okay. Final scores.
Final scores. So my favorite, big surprise here. Well, sort of. But this was my favorite. They had really good crisp. And there's some onion powder going on. I liked the shape. I liked the size. The salt level's correct. And it looks like they have 370 milligrams of sodium per serving.
Mm-hmm.
Not terrible. Not the best. But they just, when they, and even, so I left some on a tray and it was still hot and they were still crispy.
Ah.
And the breading was really light and it just, that onion flavor is really good to me. I know some people might be turned off by that. It might be too strong. But this is my number one.
It is a little bit strong if you're not used to it.
So, good job, Kroger. Simple Truth Organics. This makes me really happy because, like I said, organic food's really expensive.
Yeah.
And this is a lot more attainable, and I'm really happy that store groups are doing more of this.
Yeah.
Creating more of a market for people with alternative diets. And actually, it could become, vegan's pretty mainstream now.
Well, I don't know, maybe.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting closer to it.
And then my
I
second
don't know, I'm
favorite.
still the only vegan you talk to. So
This
how
is,
mainstream
no,
is it?
actually, you're the IT guy.
Oh, okay. Does that count?
Yeah, no, he's vegan.
Okay.
You and him. So I've got two.
Okay.
Whoa. I'm trying to think of anybody else, but they elude me at this point in time.
I'm the only one that I talk to. Oh, except my husband, but he doesn't count. Because I created him.
Oh, you did.
I made him. I made him what he is.
That's funny.
Yes.
But this is my number 2. Rebellyous Foods, really good too. I love the flavor. You can actually see the spice they put into it, and I like the size, and I like the mouthfeel, the texture. Really happy that this is a local brand too.
Yeah.
And I really hope we do get to meet the people that make these.
Right, we'll have to look them up.
So number 2, very, very close to this one. And this is amazing for such a small brand.
Right.
Because Kroger's huge.
Right.
They have a lot of money for food development and research, like a ton.
So just for funsies, on a scale of 1 to 10, what did we do last time? 10 was the best?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay.
Oh yeah.
What's your top?
This is a 10.
Yeah.
I love it.
Cool.
I would definitely serve both of these to my family.
Awesome.
And I wouldn't say that they're not chicken. And
Nice.
I think they would eat them and enjoy them. And I plan on feeding these to I could feed
Okay,
these to my nephew.
So that's the challenge. Now you gotta do it.
Now I gotta do it?
Yeah, and then you have to get back to us in our next Nugget video, and you're gonna tell us what your family thought of these.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll definitely trick my husband.
Yeah! I think that would be really fun.
I'd trick him though, but
It's not really.
Well, yeah, it's nothing bad happens
No.
when you eat a vegan nugget. You're not gonna die.
But if he watched our channel, he would know about it in advance, but since he doesn't, that's on him.
Exactly. And then last 2, let's see here. I'm gonna give Alpha my number 3. Really solid. Not as much flavor as I want. Probably a little healthier. 280 milligrams of sodium. So a little less. But I just felt like they're a little too thick and they just didn't have as much flavor, but still really solid. And if you have people that don't like a lot of flavor and want something that's more simple, this is really good. So still solid, just not my favorite. And then last but not least is Gardien. Oddly enough, as Janice mentioned, these almost are too meaty, which is something to be said for a vegan product.
Yeah.
I felt like they tasted good, but just the texture was too thick. I wanted it to be a little thinner, so be a little crispier. And these have 530 milligrams of sodium.
Okay.
So That's a little.
So are they the saltiest ones today?
Oh no, they're actually tied with Rebellyous.
Ah, dang it!
Rebellyous has 540 milligrams of sodium per serving.
Okay.
So these two are tied, but this one somehow tastes better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just how they made the nugget thinner. The way they treated it is a little different than this.
So weird.
That being said, Gardien is still really solid,
Mm-hmm.
and I've tried some other things by them, and they're really good. And
Yep.
In this lineup, the Kroger brand was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually the second least amount of sodium.
Okay.
So Alpha's best,
Right.
then Simple Truth, and then these two tied. So
Okay.
yeah, my top two, I definitely feed them to my family. No problem, and I think they'd enjoy them as much as they don't eat nuggets all the time, but I'm pretty sure my nephew would eat them and be very pleased with them. But he's 2, so he's not too pleased when it comes to food. But even still, really good. And nuggets are always fun. So now it's Janice's turn because her opinion's different than mine.
Yes. Okay. So this one is my top. I liked the Rebellyous Nuggets best. Very cool that they're local, but I like them best anyway. I think the breading, especially, I thought they had good texture, and the ratio of the inside chicken to the breading was really good for me. I think they're a good size, and I liked the amount of spice. I thought the amount of pepper especially was really nice in these. And so these ones get 10 out of 10 from me, and I would feed them to anybody, and I think they're really good. So
Agreed.
and then second, I think I'm gonna go with these guys. They are a little bit thicker, but they had good crunch, and I think that my husband would like these best, just because they are a little bit blander.
Yep.
And the onion flavor was a little bit strong, even for me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was good, but it was just a little bit more than what I'm used to.
Okay. Fair enough.
All of these are solid, but number 2 goes to Alpha. And Simple Truth is 3 for me. Again, the onion flavor was just a little bit strong, and that's why they didn't place higher on my scale, personally. But I thought the breading super good on these. Really like the crispiness, and the texture of these was really good also. But I think that for me the onion flavor was a little bit strong, and I think that my husband might not like these because of that. So
yeah, he has a more simple palate, so
he does.
That might be like, ugh, I feel like I'm eating an onion.
Right.
Whereas I like onions a lot.
Well, and I do too, but I really noticed it in those. That was the predominant flavor.
I wonder. Because I have to imagine it's just, just onion powder. Probably just a lot of onion powder, honestly.
Well, more than anybody else used, I think.
Yeah.
And so these, to me, are number 4. They're not terrible, but they didn't quite live up to the hype. And I agree with what I said earlier. I stand by what I said earlier. They're a little bit meaty. They're just little kind of meatballs.
They're just a little too thick.
Yeah.
For a nugget.
For a nugget, they're a little thick, maybe popcorn chicken. But at the same time, I could have used more breading almost for how much meat there is.
Yeah, the ratio was kind of off.
Yeah.
We still love you, Gardien.
We do, and I would still eat these. I would never turn these. I'm not saying I would turn these down or anything. None of these were terrible. These were maybe a 7.
A 7? Okay.
Yeah. On my scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're still good.
Yeah, they're still good. I would still eat them. If they were the only thing in the store, I would still get them, but not my absolute top favorite. That's what we were comparing today. So until next Nugget night, I think that's it.
Round 2 complete.
Thanks for joining us. Vegan nuggets are awesome. And your family is going to realize that soon.
Yeah. Well, we'll tell you how that goes.
Yeah, so stick around.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.